Hmm. Yeah, it's not bad. Yo, 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 it's your boy, Marky Marks Tarot. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. It's yet another beautiful day here. So nice. I've been very active this morning. I had to go do a lot of things and I finished it all already. It's 2 o'clock here now. And I said, let me come hang out with you guys for about an hour before I watch the soccer game with my nephew. But yeah, all is good in the hood. I'm very happy I got a lot of things done today. So nice. So happy I got everything done. Just finished helping my nephew clean up all these old things that he didn't need. Take it to the dump. Went to the dump. I went to the city. I got some lunch for myself. I got dinner organized. Good to go. So nice. I got everything sorted out. Then later on this evening, I'm gonna clean up some stuff. Go for a walk with my doggy. I'm gonna wait. It's pretty. It's not hot, but it's like kind of warm. I'm gonna wait till this evening, like maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, when it's like the sun's going down. I'm gonna go for a quick little walk down the bottom of the hill and come back. But otherwise, that it's a beautiful day. It's definitely springtime. Such a nice breeze. So nice. It's beautiful. Beautiful day. I know a lot of people have shitty weather where they are. Wish you can come here and enjoy this weather. Today is like really, really nice. It's beautiful. I went grocery shopping and saw my good friend from we used to work together way back when we were like 20 something years ago. He moved to the he moved to Portugal and he's here visiting his daughter. So I spoke to him for like half an hour in the grocery store. He's like my mom and dad's friend too, but he me and him used to work together, work with people, not work together, but work with people that were working together with us. So I asked him about like this friend of mine that we both knew, and he says he's not doing too good, but he's still alive, but he's like not doing too good. I was like, oh man, I didn't know that. And I was like, man, that's shitty. I wish, I hope just send him my best wishes when you see him and you go back home. He's like, yeah, yeah, I leave next week. I said, well, when you see him, tell him Mark said hello, man, because I've always wondered where he was, like, because me and him used to talk a lot of shit and have fun, argue over football and shit like that. But that was fun things. He was a very good florist. Like he garden person. He knew what he was doing with flowers. He had beautiful flowers all around the place where he was working. So yeah, it was nice. Making sure that I knew he's okay. So I would love to go back to Portugal one day and visit all my friends and stuff, but it's far away. I don't feel like dealing with. It. I hate traveling anyway. I'm getting to the last time I traveled, like my stomach was up in my fucking guts. I mean, I'm up in my guts were up in my neck. I hate that shit. I hate when a plane like goes down real quick and you're like, ooh. And I'm like, ugh. Can't stand traveling now. It's just too much. I just can't take it. Hey, Shania, it don't stop you from coming though. Shit, I gotta get something brighter. Fuck. Good morning. You all right? It's not morning here. It's afternoon here. It's 2 o'clock. I have never worn this shirt, and my friend gave it to me online about maybe 4 years ago, and I was going through all my stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck is this red shirt? And I looked, I said, oh shit, I haven't worn this shirt ever. It's brand new. And I was like, shit, I don't think I've ever worn this shirt. I can't remember. So I said, let me fucking wear this shirt today. Because I have like some black pants with red stripes. And I had them on yesterday. And I was like, I need a red shirt with black and white. And I said, I got a million red hats. So I said, let me see if I get. And it fits perfect too. I thought it was like small, but it's actually pretty good. Even my nephew noticed. He goes, where did you get that shirt? You looking like Terrence from Angry Birds. I said, yeah, I know. I've had this shirt for years. I just haven't worn it. Hopefully it does. Yeah. I never wore so much red like I have now. Because I don't really like red. I have a soccer team in England that I support, and they're red. They're red, black, but they have like alternate jerseys that are blue and green. So I never really wear the red jerseys because I don't know, I hate red. I don't hate red now, but all the hoods back then they used to ask me to wear red and do my brother love show where I came on Instagram every Saturday night and did sex cards and sex readings, and I acted like brother love and talked shit and had fun. Those days are over, but I have a lot of red clothes that I don't even use anymore. I'm not really into red, but I just decided to wear it today. Yeah, flavor of love. The things I used to do for all these hoods, I tell you. That's why they love me. I loved them unconditionally. Made sure they were okay. Made sure they always getting D. You know, it's not their fault. But yeah, when I wear red, my nephew says I look like Terrence, the red Angry Bird. I said, "Oh, thanks. I appreciate it." He's just joking around, talking shit. We have a good laugh all the time. As soon as I walked in the door, he goes, "Oh, goddamn, Terrence." And he goes, "I never seen that shirt." I say, "Yeah, I've had it forever, but I just don't wear it. I just haven't really never really liked red like that. And this is bright as shit. Now that I'm looking at myself, I'm like, fuck. The reason why it's bright because it's brand new. As soon as it goes in the wash, it'll change. So, but it's nice. It's nice to change different colors and try different colors. I pretty much have every color known to man. And like I said, a lot of people send me things, and I'm just like, I'm grateful for it, and I'll wear it. Even if I wear it once or twice, I don't care. But I've given away so much clothes too. I've given away so much things. I don't. I just finished telling my friend that I saw at the grocery store. He was like, he moved. He retired and moved back to Portugal, and he says he can't believe how expensive it is here compared to Portugal. And I said, of course, this is one of the most expensive places in the world. But I said to him, I said, even though that's the case, it doesn't bother me because I just have to, I'm just me by myself, so I don't have to like buy groceries for family or, I buy food for me and my sister and my nephews, but they also in return buy food back. So it's like an equal give and take. But I told him, I said, if I had a wife and kids and shit, she have to work because there's no way in hell, or else I was a millionaire or something, which I'm not. Probably won't be, and nor do I care to be. Because I told him, I said, as long as I'm healthy, I could care less about some damn money in a house. Because when I go, everything stays. And I've seen all these people in the world die and leave behind millions of dollars, a lot of houses. Just like my client, his dad had a construction company and he had multiple houses and left it all to his son, two sons. He's been gone for years. His father's been dead for 20 years, and all that hard work he did, all those houses he had, all for somebody else to enjoy. Which is good. He gave it to his sons, you know? I mean, but you work hard for like, sometimes I think you work hard for nothing. That's why, like, I took this whole week off and said, fuck everybody. Like, I'm sick and tired of working hard, man. I'm sick and tired of, like, just always feeling like I have to, like, do something. And I just told everybody, leave me alone. I'm gonna take a break the whole damn week. I'm gonna take a staycation. And it's been beautiful. It's been absolutely beautiful. I got so much things done, so many things I needed to get done, a lot of rest, recovering. Hey Maria, how you doing, sweetheart? You good? The weather's been really good here. It's been nice and cool, sunny, nice little breeze. Fuck, it's nice. So nice. It's been so peaceful. The energy. How do you think the energy's been, Maria, for you? Nice and peaceful? For me, it's been nice and peaceful. It's been like a steady flow of like, yeah, peace. That's the perfect word for it. I mean, even though the retrograde's affecting people around us, but some of us are going to be like more peaceful, you know, and I feel that way this past week. The energy has been very peaceful, quiet, not too much noise around me, and not too much like people aggravating me or anything like that. It's actually been really good. I know people are having bullshit, but they deserve it. Yeah, a lot going on with people. Yeah, same here. I know a lot of people that's going through some bullshit, but it ain't affecting me though. Thank God. And I just saw a guy from my past I used to work with. This older guy. He came back from Portugal. He doesn't live here, but he lives in Portugal now. And I saw him. I haven't seen him for years. I said, "Shit, I haven't seen you for years." He comes here to visit his daughter, and his wife comes with him, and then he's going back next week. So it was nice catching up with him, talking about old times and talking about things and stuff like that. He asked me if I was single or married and have kids. I said, "No, I ain't got no kids. Those kids you see me with, those are my nephews." And he's like, "Oh, it's nothing like having your own kids." I said, "Well, I wouldn't know because I don't have any, but I said I feel like I have six because I have six nephews." And he's like, "Oh, it's not the same." I was like, "For you, it might not be, but for me, it is." Like I said, even if I don't have kids, like physically have my own, it doesn't bother me because like my two nephews that I've been living with for their whole life, I've been living with them. So they're like my kids, like you know, indirectly. And now they're more like my kids because they don't have a father because he doesn't give a fuck about them. So like I told him that, and he was like, "Oh, okay, I see what you mean." But you know, it's nothing like your own. I said, "Well, technically, when you're like an uncle and auntie, that's your blood. Those kids are like they came from people that you know were a part of. You know, they're still a part of you. Their blood runs through your veins. You know, because your sister and their brother made those kids, so it's still technically tied to you. You know, so I told him, I said it's different. You can be a grandmother, you can be an uncle, aunt, and raise a kid and act, and it's like almost like you having them. What the fuck is this? Let me answer this real quick. Huh. I was wondering who the heck that was. That was my boy. He was asking me about spraying a table and some chairs for him. Cause I do that on the side. I do that like I spray paint stuff. I restore old shit and make it new. Hey Maria, how you doing? He was like, how much you would charge me to spray two tables and a chair? And I'm like, it depends. I can't give you a price unless I look at it because it can be like a piece of shit. And he's like, yeah, it's all full of rust and stuff, but it can be fixed. And I was like, well, it's gonna be outside, so you have to put like some decent paint on it, and then like make sure you hook it up so it lasts long, because it's gonna fade. There's heat that's gonna come up, so you gotta make sure like you spray it decent. But I have some paint left over. I probably might be able to hook him up, like and give him a nice price. He's a good friend of mine, so he asked me if I could do it for him. I told him, of course I can do it. Yeah, I just gotta come down there and check it out. And now that I have a van, everybody's like, yeah, you can pick up this shit and take it down your house and spray it up for me. I was like, yes, I'll do it for you. Don't worry. So I have to go check him out on Monday and go get it. I told him I'll come there on Monday and hook him up. I'm doing good. I'm here hanging out with you guys, chilling. Just got another job to do. I've always been the type of person that has patience for like, see, Bermuda, there's a lot of like outdoor furniture, and people when the furniture goes rusty, they throw it away and they don't care. But if you were to like scrape it all down and wire brush it all up and sand it down and paint it 4 times, like 2 coats of primer, 2 coats of paint, you can make it look brand new again. And that's what I do to a lot of like. So he said that my friend told him that I know how to do all that stuff. Because a lot of people think I'm just an electrician, but I'm not. I love spray painting things and making things and stuff like that. I do a lot of things. So, because I have the facility now to spray paint stuff. So now I've been spray painting a lot of things. So yeah, so that's good. I'll hook my buddy up. It's not a problem. There's always work to do. I got your donation. Thanks, Maria. Yeah, remember I told you he's having some sleepless nights, worried too much, thinking too much. He's like you. You guys are perfect for each other. You guys are the worry crew. Both of you are meant to be. I worry, you worry, we worry in love. Let's worry together. I love you. I love you too. Let's worry. Yes, let's worry together. This damn dog like is right here underneath me, snoring again. She's something else, man. Knocked out in his arms. I thought you said he knocked out somebody's arms. I'm like, what? All right, so you said you want to know about you saw a pic. He liked her pic, but then again, she was posting with her grandson. He said like not love or anything like that. He just gave a like. Yeah, because he probably if it's her grandson, isn't it his too or not? Oh, that's probably why he liked it. He ain't liking it because of her. He's liking it because of the son. Yeah. I don't know why people worry about people liking people's shit all the time. It's like a part of life, you know? Sometimes I like people's shit and I don't even care about it. I don't really want to like it, but I just do it because they like my shit or whatever. I don't really care about all those things, you know? Liking something doesn't mean you like the person, you just like the picture or you like something like that. Sometimes just out of respect or something. And if you don't do it, you're like, you won't like my picture. Shut up. Man, all that shit, I don't care. Not I don't really like the only thing I like is like my nephew's posts, my sister's posts, and mine. And I don't really go around liking people's shit too much because I don't really care. If it's people on here that I have, I like Maria's posts all the time because Maria always puts her sexy self up there, or she'll put up like a saying, and I'll like it, you know. So that way, all the guys that like her, they'll be like, "Who's this fucking guy, Mark? He liked her. Who the fuck's this guy?" Then when they click on my thing, they'll be like, "Oh, this must be her Bermuda boyfriend." So you keep them thinking. All right, Marie, I'll see you later. Take care. I'll be back on later. All right. So Walter thinks that you are the perfect combination for him. He thinks you and him are compatible, and he likes the fact that you have patience with him. You bring you when you guys are together, he feels together. When you guys are apart, he has to adjust to not being with you all the time. And right now, like he feels like he's not effective enough. Like he wants to do more, but he can't. Or he's tired, or he's he feels like he can't sleep. And like he has some emotions inside of him and he doesn't know how to control his emotions sometimes, you know? And where he lives, he wants to leave. He wants to get away from there. He wants to like, you know, try to get away from there. He's thinking of a way to get out of there. He's thinking of a way to like end things and move on. But he fears that it's gonna get worse if he does. Like he's in a he might be in a situation, well, he is in a situation where he either is going to lose or he's going to gain. And he doesn't want to find out. You see what I mean? And this is all to do with his life. That's why he can't sleep at night. Because he's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? So I tell you this like every single time. And the reason it is like this is because he doesn't want to like move forward. He doesn't want to make things better. You know? So I got the tower card here, and that means that he needs to like give up where he lives and move somewhere else or move on from his situation completely so he can like have peace. And until he does that, it's just gonna stay the same. But you and him's fine. He thinks that you're the perfect person for him right now. But like he thinks that he might also feel like deep down inside that the people that have passed away in his life, like he probably dreams about like people that have passed away in his life, and he probably thinks that I wish this person was here because they would help me. He might even tell you that sometimes that I wish this person was back in my life. They're gone. I wish this person was back in my life to help me, but they're not. So I have to move on. Sometimes death hurts people. Like it makes people realize like without this person, what would I do? If this person was in my life, I'd have the help. And sometimes it makes you weak. It makes you feel like you can't move on anymore. Yeah. If his father passed away and his father was like really significant in his life, then he probably wishes his dad was here to help him. And it hurts him to like not have his dad. So because he doesn't have his dad, he doesn't want to abandon his son because he knows if he leaves, then it's going to be worse. So he's in a difficult situation, and that's why like he likes you because you're patient with him. So try to understand that you're with a person who is dealing with bullshit like everybody else does, but he's in a different situation. This is how he feels. He's like he wants to spend more time with you and be free with you, but he can't because he has to deal with all this bullshit and emotions and making sure like he doesn't fuck up his life. Well, that's what he's trying to do, Maria. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to figure it out. But the thing is like when I just finished telling this guy in the store, and a lot of women will be like, "Oh, fuck you, Mark," blah blah blah. But I'm gonna tell a lot of people the truth. For a man, it's very difficult when you separate from a woman with and a child because it's we have to give you our house so you can have with our child, and you ain't even worked hard for the fucking house. You ain't paid for the house. I did all the work. I paid for the goddamn house, and I paid for the bills, but not for free because I'm getting a divorce, and that's how it's gonna happen. So it's hard for a guy. A guy can like. That's why so many men commit suicide, and so many men have fucked up lives, and have and their child, and then when you give the woman everything, you still gotta pay more. So for a man, a lot of it's like bullshit. It's hard, and that's why I'll never get involved with anybody like that because I'm not. I don't want to work all my life and build a house and buy a house and then you take it from me. Fuck that shit. Hell no. Not in this lifetime. Mm-mm. Maybe in my past lives or other lives, but not this life. That shit ain't happening. I ain't doing that. And you ain't getting half or nothing that you ain't worked for. Now, if you and I work together, then it should be half and half. But if some cases a woman would cheat on you, you get a divorce and she still gets everything. So you might as well be, if you're a woman in these times, you're pretty much okay. But then what I'm saying can't even be true to a lot of people because sometimes the guy gives up his rights and you don't get anything and you suffer as a single mom. So there's so many scenarios, but for a man who already has a house, it's hard because he's gonna watch all his assets go down the drain. It all depends on the situation, but majority of the time that's how it is. And like I said, what I'm saying is different for everybody, but that's how like, people know that's the truth. That's how it works, and vice versa. It all depends on how good your lawyer is and how much money you're willing to spend. Because the only people that get rich is the lawyers, not you. Yeah. Like he knows, but how he can't. It's like some people just can't let go, or they can't adjust to the shitty outcome. A lot of people don't want to let go because they worked hard for everything, and you're just giving it away. Because you can't get along, or you have to get a divorce. A divorce is more expensive than a wedding. Right. Right. Yeah. So see, he's trying to fix up the house. And then if he's married to her and he has to get a divorce, you're fixing the house up for nothing. Unless you're selling it and you're taking half and he's taking half. But then you got to say, did she pay for half the house or did he pay for the whole thing? So when a guy pays for a house, you know, And when a guy pays for all the bills and all the house and the woman just gave birth to your child and she's home all day doing fucking nothing, you know, then that's not fair because she never put in any money in the house. So now he's probably like, fuck, I can't give this woman this house. I worked hard for this shit. Hell no. That's why if I ever were to get married, I don't have a house. See, I don't own a house, but I own a business and I own everything I own. But this isn't my house. This is my sister's house. And I live in her apartment. So she can't take away my apartment because it's not mine. So if she lived here with me and we got a divorce, she's going to go her way, I go my way. You know? And even if I live with her in her house and I got a divorce, I wouldn't even want half of her house because I never paid for it. I could care less. Yeah, see, that's not fair. And that's why I won't get married to just regular hoe with no money and no nothing. Hell no. Fuck that. I don't want no leech woman around me taking my shit. Now, if you and I are together and we work together to buy something, then if we ever get a divorce, then you take half, I take half, or you buy me out, I'll buy you out. It's simple. That's it. And if not, we're selling the house and you take yours, I take mine. Hey Dan, how you doing, brother? Yeah, it looks like he will. Yeah. He's gonna get fed up eventually. And that's probably why because he's moved on with you and it looks like she's about to move on with someone else. So when he realizes that she's with somebody, that's when he can escape. He can go. He'll be like, yeah, good. You got yours, I got mine, but mama had tummy issues. Oh man. Hopefully nothing severe. No problem, Maria. Well, my sister took a long time to do it, but when she did, it was the best day of all of our lives, you know? But she thought that he was gonna, because he's an evil guy. So she thought that he was gonna take the house from her because he bought the house, you know? He didn't buy it, but his mom and dad did, because they're millionaires. They bought all their children houses. But see what they fucked up on was they made my sister a shareholder of their company. So my sister gave back her shares and took the house. So it was a perfect deal. So we got the house regardless. And now I maintain the house. You know, I make sure everything's fine, make sure we're good, and we just pay to keep it up, and that's it. And he finally paid child support after all this time. Oh, that's good, Dan. As long as she's okay, that's all that matters. As long as she's okay, bro. I know it's not easy. Yeah, exactly. See, we all go through it. You know, sometimes we marry somebody or we're in a relationship with somebody and they're great. And then they switch or they get fed up or they can't be with the same person all the time. Or like you think that person is gonna change. Because when my sister and him had their two boys back to back, within a matter of 3 years, they had two boys, and that changed their lives. My sister can handle it. She's a great mother and a great, person, not because she's my sister, because she is, and we were always taught to take care of our, children and our lives and never to get a divorce and work things out. And, because my parents are very religious. So when my brother got a divorce 5 years, 6 years ago, they knew it was coming because he married a hoe, you know? So you couldn't really expect anything from that. But he got two wonderful boys from that. And he learned his lesson to never do it again. And he's been single ever since, and his life is much better now. And so is the boys' lives are much better now without that hope. And then came my sister. She got rid of her husband, her ex-husband. She got rid of him 2 years ago, and it's been the best 2 years ever. I've never seen her so happy. But and she was with him for 20 something years. And my brother was with his wife for 17 years. Sometimes you either grow old with that person or you grow away from that person. And these are things that are a part of life. You know what I'm saying? We all have friends who we had for years and no longer here. Hey Joanna, how you doing? So, these are things that happen. And then you have Dan, he's been together with his wife for 20 something years too. So I'm sure he's had his ups and downs. He's there for his wife, his wife's there for him. It's different. My mom and dad have been together for 50 something years, almost 60 years my parents have been together. I think it's coming up on 60 years next year or this year, I can't remember. And they've had their ups and downs, but they're not like they never were on a brink of a divorce. Hell no. I never saw my mom and dad raise a hand to each other or leave each other or fuck each other off or sleep in the same room. Unless my dad was farting like crazy, she'll go to the other room and she'd get suffocated or something like that. But not because of arguments, you know. But see, I've been taught how to like be in, to treat people, to treat a woman like that, or how it should be. But you can make kids, but they can do whatever they want. Everybody's different, man. You know. But it's nobody has a perfect life. Nobody, and nobody ever will have a perfect life. You can have an almost perfect life, but to me, the perfect life is health. If you're healthy and you're not in the hospital, that to me is a perfect life. Because who the hell wants to be in a hospital all day? Who the fuck wants to be sick all day? And who wants to see their spouse or their partner sick all the time? Nobody does. Unless you want them to die, which some people do. They're like, I can't wait till this fucking person dies and gets out of my life, which is disgusting and despicable. But it depends on what case. They could be abusing you, you want them to die, or they're just a fucking pain in the ass. So it all depends. Everything is a different situation and scenario. I keep telling people, like, you just got to be grateful that for your health and be grateful that you have somebody in your life that will take care of you. No problem, Maria. Have a great day. Enjoy your rest of your Saturday. You're welcome. Thank you too. I appreciate it. Hugs and kisses back. Just don't tell Walter. Thanks. So, I had to encourage my sister to get a divorce and get rid of that guy because she don't need him no more. But see, when you're with somebody evil, you kind of question yourself. You kind of like say, what are they gonna do to me? And I kept telling her, it doesn't matter what he does to you. Like, I mean, it does, but it doesn't matter what happens during the divorce. You have me, you have your mother, your father, your children. Who cares about this house? If we have to get rid of it, we get rid of it. Who fucking cares? We can go get somewhere else. You want to sell it right now? We can sell it and move somewhere else. I don't give a fuck. It don't matter to me. Like a house is a house. You just gotta make it the way you want it. So I told her, look, the situation you're in, you give up your shares for the house. Why not? You have a house. Fuck. And then one day when you don't want it no more, you sell it. And that's it. You're good. You're set for life. There's no I told her, I said the main thing is we've already renovated this house. There's more work to do. There's always more work to do in a house. You can never finish a house completely and just sit back and look at it and say everything's done. Because a house always has room for improvement. It's just like a person. You always have room for improvement. So if you say, you know what, I should have done this way, or maybe I can do that. Maybe in a few years I'll change that, or maybe in a few years I'll change this. It's something that I told her you got to make it to your liking. Even though he was here, the ex-husband was living here and he came here. He's no longer here. So if we're more here because the boys never wanted to leave. They wanted to keep this house. It's their first place of living. So we're here because of them. And me, it doesn't bother me. As long as that person that I don't like is gone, then I can enjoy the house. I don't give a fuck. As long as he's not here, it doesn't matter. But if you're here, your energy's here, your life is here. And it don't make sense moving just because you have a bad memory of somebody. That person is no longer there, so the memories are gone. Fuck them. Just change everything. So that way you don't see the same things to remind you. Always like cut the memories off of bad things. But people like a lot of people also, I feel, see, I'm different. Everybody's different. But my mentality is I would never like leave somewhere because someone else was there. There's bad people everywhere. Where you go might be even worse. You know? So like you gotta make your home the place where you want it to be. You can rearrange everything. And that's what I did. As soon the day he left is the day I ripped everything apart and redid and revamped everything. And I didn't stop until I finished. So the past 2 years since he's been gone, I revamped the whole area where he was and made everything look better so that way we don't have no memories of him. To me it doesn't bother me because he's gone. But to my nephews and to my sister it bothered them. So I told them, look, I can change everything. Watch, you know? And I destroyed his energy and got rid of it. And now we have our own energy here. And that's what it is. Are you married an Aquarius and a Catholic? See? Yeah, see? But that's what made you a better man, see? But yeah, people think that life is always going to be great. It does not. You got to roll with the punches. You got to roll with whatever you have. Try not to like think the worst all the time, man. You got to make everything around you better. If you sit there and bitch and moan and moan and cry and complain, man, your life's not going to get better. The only way your life gets better is improving your life, making sure what you're doing is right. Stop complaining, get off your ass, and make shit happen. That's the best way to live your life. Make everything look better, feel better, whatever. Just like make life better for you. Don't complain. I tell people all the time, I tell my parents all the time, you guys are always fucking complaining about life and about this and about that. You guys aren't in a home. You aren't in a hospital. If you were, you'd die quicker. It's nothing like getting up in your own home. When we make it home every day, when we leave and come back home, that's what a blessing that is. You can leave home and never come the fuck back. You can leave home and go to a hospital for the rest of your life. Or go to a home or go wherever. Go to hell, even. So, like every day you leave home and come back, man, you're blessed. Because you're home. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You're home. You're secluded. You're safe. At least that's how I think. But some people are like, oh, well, you say that because, oh, shut up. I don't want to hear it. You live your life the way you want. I live mine. And that's how I live my life. It's simple. Don't complain. Just count your blessings and remember it always could be worse than what it is. My mom's neighbor, he was diabetic. He had to chop both his legs off from knee down. He had fake legs. He couldn't walk. He had to like try to walk with fake legs again. He was like almost he was thinking he was 78 years old. He was in and out of the hospital. They tried everything to make him feel better and feel good, and now he's gone. He doesn't have to worry about that pain no more. But imagine living that life. Like you complain about your life and you got your legs, you got your arms, you got your eyes, you can see, smell, taste, and hear, and you want to sit here and complain to me about some bullshit? And you don't even know what these people are going through. That's why I'm so grateful every day to have every single one of my limbs and be able to work, be able to help people, be able to talk, to hear, to see the beautiful world we live in and the people we're a part of. And then people are sitting here talking about, I'm got cancer, I'm gonna die. Like you wanna talk like that? You wanna be that person? You better fucking wake up and realize that everything in life doesn't have to be the way you want it to be. I just finished telling my friend at the grocery store, I'd rather be single with no kids than be with a bad person or be with cancer or be sick or be dying of some ungodly disease. I don't mind being single. That's okay. Most people, 90% of people's dreams is to get married and to have kids. And then maybe half of those people regret it because they either do it with the wrong person or something bad happens. So either way you live your life, the good and the bad is gonna come. You have to understand that it always could be a lot worse than what it is. And if you don't realize that, then I don't know what fucking world you think you live in. That's the way it is every day. You want to go live in Israel and see bombs flying over your fucking head every day? You want to go to Ukraine? You want to go to Russia and live in war? Go. So you can see what life is like. You fucking idiots. You know? I'm so fucking grateful I live in Bermuda because we don't have that type of bullshit. Ain't none of that shit going on around here. And that's why I'll never leave. Because I don't want that shit. Fuck that. All right, Toke, I gotta leave in 5 minutes, so you can go ahead and ask your questions. How you doing? You all right, sweetheart? Thanks for the donation. That's cool. It's almost 3 o'clock. I got 6 minutes before the game comes on. I didn't realize I was over here blabbing my mouth talking about life. And I'm not even mad or anything. Like, I get annoyed at people like that complain a lot and like they don't even know what life is. Like, it's so crazy. You should be so grateful that you're home, you got a job, you got life, you got money, you got your health. Like, so many people are suffering in this world and you want to talk about bullshit. You know. I try and come on here and like tell people like, should be grateful. All right, Jay's thoughts after we worked with me today and his next actions. Oh, you had a work dinner. Oh, I see. All right, Toka. Stepping up. Had a work dinner. Oh, I see. Just make that ass visible. That's all, Wear some tight pants, make that ass visible so you can look at it and get enticed. Got to do some seducing, All right, let me see what I get. Oh, that's good. It's never overdressed. That's cool. As long as you was looking sexy, he'd be like, yeah, that's what's up. You know what time it is, too. All right, so what I get is he thought it was very peaceful being around you. He thinks that when he's with you, it's he maintains peace in his life. He thinks that, he's kind of releasing himself from the fear of loving again and being like with somebody again. He's starting to begin to understand you more. He thinks that you and him, had a good time, and he feels like, he can release himself from his thoughts. But he still thinks about his past, like, and how, he had a shitty relationship, a shitty girlfriend or whatever. And he doesn't want love to be inconsistent for him. He wants it to be better and better. And when he's with another woman, he still thinks about those fucked up women that he was with at one point. So, but otherwise, that he felt very peaceful. He felt very good around you. He felt like the dinner, broke the ice, and you guys became like it was a truce between, you know, it was a truce between you guys, like, So he felt like that balance and peace. All right, Dan. Yeah, I'm gonna head out after this. I'll be back later, dude. So Toka, yeah, I got good things here. I just think it's pretty much his mind is telling him, like, not to think of the past and move on and try and like break the ice with you and try and like, get to a better place with you. So I would say it's still gonna take some time, like. Yeah. But he's all right though. His thoughts were good. Let me check his actions here. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna like he wants to work with you again because I got the three of wands here. He wants to work with you again. He wants to develop a friendship with you. He wants a new relationship. Like he wants to approach you in a way where he can get that from you. But he needs to find out more about you. He needs to get to know you more. He needs to like find out things about you and see if you're worth his time because of what he's been through in the past. He wants to see if you're a tricky bitch, if you're gonna deceive him, if you're gonna like lie to him. So like as long as you're upfront and cool with him, he's gonna be upfront and cool with you. And he's looking forward to working with you again. He's gonna find a way in the next 3 to 4 days. He's gonna find a way to like keep working around you or keep like the work atmosphere and the work vibe with you in 100% way. Another thing is like he gets like anxiety and he feels kind of impatient and uneasy when he's around you, like maybe like a little timid around you at times, but he's trying to get over those things. He's trying to like open himself up to being, with another woman again. So as long as you don't pressure him or like, just go with the flow, what I would suggest is go with the flow with him. Like, just make sure like you ain't, going overboard or like trying to, push it on him. Like make sure like it just develops on its own, like it has been. So I got good things here, Toka. It's nothing bad. He's just gonna put you to the test to see if he has like another dumb bitch he has to worry about. But so far, so good. Because you guys exchanged energy, the cards are better now. See what I'm saying? That's what I keep telling everybody. You can't come to me and ask me about somebody's thoughts and feelings if they don't even speak to you. So now that you guys had that dinner, it's developed more of a positive, outlook here. But he's still up in the air. He's trying to balance it all up because he doesn't want to get hurt again. He must have had some nasty hoe in his life. So, but he looks at you in a good way. He thinks you're a good worker, a good asset to the company. He feels like he can negotiate with you, talk to you. He feels like business is better with you. So he just wants to see if you're full of shit or not. But as long as you keep it real, then I think you won't have no problems at all. So you'll be fine. So I'm happy for you, Token. It looks like he wants that new connection. You know, he wants more, but like, he needs to find out more, which is rightfully so. Of course, he wants to find out more and be more. Yeah. So you should be fine. I don't see nothing bad here at all. Nothing bad. You're welcome. No problem. All good. So yeah, looks like you guys be working together more like in the next 3 days or so, or the next 3 weeks. You guys should be working more together. Something to do with that. Or maybe on April 3rd, you guys are gonna have a good day together. I got number three. So number three is very significant because that's the only number I have here. So 3 days, 3 weeks, or the third, which is uh Thursday. So yeah, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, it should be good, Toka. Hey Claudia, how you doing? Welcome. Yes, I remember you from Erica's, yeah. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. So yeah, I'm gonna head out of here because I'm gonna watch a game with my nephew. I've been on here for like an hour now, but like I will be back later on, like probably like a couple hours from now. I'll be back. So I'm gonna be back later on, and I'll be back on tonight too. So, but I'm gonna go watch the. I'm gonna watch a football game with my nephew now. I'm already late, but I'll be back later for sure. You're doing okay. You still have a pulse. I just finished saying that people should be grateful that they're healthy and they're not in the hospital and they're living and they actually make it home after they leave. Well, Claudia, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it, and I'll be back later on. All righty. I'll see you guys probably in a couple hours from now. I'll be back. Thank you. I appreciate it.